Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda. I'm an e-commerce account manager with Interact One. We're an e-commerce agency that's been around for over 26 years, helping merchants on platforms like Shopify and Magento. And we started this video series in order to answer questions and kind of common topics that we get from a lot of our clients. So today's question is, can Shopify support advanced content marketing, or do you need a headless solution? I like to keep these videos short and sweet, so I'm going to start off by saying that yes, Shopify can support advanced content marketing up to a point. There are some limitations like any platform. It's not completely perfect, but we will dive into those. I do want to start though with what Shopify handles well. So starting out, Shopify has a great native blog and it really provides the basis for SEO fundamentals. I think in general, it's kind of a rule of thumb that Shopify right out of the box has pretty great SEO. Like any platform, like I mentioned, it's not perfect, but it does exist and it's pretty easy to go in and edit any content that you need. So, meta titles, meta descriptions, the actual content on the page with headings, any sort of alt text on images, that's going to be a very simple process for you to go in and make changes to. With Shopify right out of the box, you also get some pretty clean URLs. Tags, categories, and meta descriptions and everything are very easy to edit. And you also get fast performance, which is definitely going to help as well for SEO. Where Shopify starts to strain is if you have very heavy editorial workflows. So if you are, for say, a magazine and you're selling magazines or products related to your magazine, but you also are publishing a lot of content on the site, and it's a very, I guess, content driven website, I think that's where you might run into some problems. It's customizable, but up to a point, and so that's something to definitely keep an eye out for. Kind of related to this, but in Shopify, there's no native content relationships. You're pretty limited in terms of author controls and kind of editing who the author is and author pages. That can become a little bit complex, and basic publishing logic is okay, but not the best. So that would be something to look at. If you're running a multi-brand, multi-region, or again, heavy editorial content system, it kind of tends to get a bit clunky. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. And that is when headless would make sense for you. So we'll kind of get into that. But I think that a headless CMS like Contentful or Sanity really shines in those three scenarios. Overall, I think Shopify is an amazing solution for content. I would say, though, just kind of in summary, if you are selling content as the product, that is when a headless CMS is going to really shine, and that's something to definitely look into and consider. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with our weekly videos. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, or you can reach out to us through our contact form at interactone.com. We do offer free consultations to kind of walk merchants through the different platforms and a couple of their topics as well. So if anything like that sparks your interest and you want to chat with us about your online store, please feel free to reach out.